Board of Works to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Scott, please start us off. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Michelle, would you please call the roll? I will call the roll then. Joanna Collins. Here. Scott Williams.
Here.
Jamie Lewis.
Here.
Stephanie Young Johnson.
Here.
Mayor Lynch here. Thank you. We have the approval of the minutes. Did everybody get a copy of the minutes?
I did, Mayor. Yep. Just for the record, I was not here at that last meeting, so.
I make a motion. We approve the minutes.
Second that motion.
We have a motion to approve the minutes with an amendment that Scott was not there. Are you listed on there, Scott? I don't have the minutes in front of me. Okay. Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. We have no unfinished business, new business, special events request, Windows of Light Counseling Services. Is someone here from Windows of Light? It looks like that is scheduled for 8:20, so they could come to the next board if you want. We can just table that. Is that okay, Dan?
I think that's fine, Madam Mayor, and I see they're requesting a fire engine, so I'm wondering if they reached out to the fire department yet?
I did notice that.
Not that I know of.
I would suggest tabling, Madam Mayor.
Do we have a motion to table?
I'll make a motion to table the mental health awareness partnering with Jewel Osco event.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Randy, we'll have someone reach out to them because I noticed on that application that they were requesting a fire truck as well. So that's your department, so I'll have you contact them.
Okay.
Thank you. We have a solicitor's permit request for Edward Jones. Is someone here from Edward Jones? Hi.
Mitchell? Hi, how are you?
Come forward and you can speak into that mic. It's always on.
Yeah, I'm Jason Mitchell. I was requesting a solicitor's permit basically just to introduce myself to the community. A lot of what we do is financial services. We offer, been around for about 100 years. My office is down on Central Avenue. Like I said, been here for about a year. It is, just want to introduce myself, let them know, who I am, and if there's a need for the services in the future, I'm here.
So Scott, have you looked at that? It's okay. He's going to be doing some door-to-door soliciting.
Madam Mayor, we found protections.
Okay, if everything is in order, I will entertain a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve the Edward Jones soliciting permit.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Joetta, seconded by Scott. Is there any further discussion?
Mayor, I work for Edward Jones, so I'll abstain from the vote, if that's okay.
Okay, then I would suggest we do a roll call vote. I will do the roll call vote. Joetta Collins.
Yes.
Scott Williams.
Yes.
Stephanie Young Johnson.
Yes.
Mayor Lynch, yes. There you
Thank you.
go. Thank you.
Thank you.
And please record the abstention in the minutes, if you would.
We have permission to seek bids for the airport Loop Road traffic signal. Good morning, AJ.
Good morning, Mayor, Lynch, members. How's everybody doing? Good. The department's been working very closely with the Traffic Commission over the course of the last 8 to 10 months on first of all, a traffic study and then design plans for a new proposed signal at the intersection of Airport and Lute Road. The design plans are now complete, and we would be ready to proceed with advertising the project for bid. We are here this morning seeking your approval to do so.
Just a quick question, AJ. Light will also handle traffic coming out of the new development?
That's correct. Member Williams, it'll be a four-way signalized intersection at Lute and Airport Road. Yes, sir.
So Councilperson Podgorski, who is the head of the Traffic Commission, has that gone before you and you've discussed it too?
Oh, yes, we've talked about it several times.
Yeah, obviously, there's the need for a light there is imperative with the amount of new homes and just traffic on Airport Road.
Yeah.
So I would make a motion to grant permission for the Community Development Department to seek bids for that traffic signal.
I second that motion.
We have a motion by Scott, seconded by Joetta. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, AJ. Thank you, Traffic Commission.
Please hurry.
They want that up by yesterday.
Yeah.
Randy, we have bulk item appeal. Do you have any?
Madam Mayor, there are none.
Yay. We have claims. Has everybody seen the claims?
I've reviewed them, Madam Mayor.
We have some adjustments to the claims, I believe. Chief, did you want to add yours on there?
Got a couple things we're trying to squeeze in here, so came together to let
So I'm going to have Sergeant Maynard come up in case you got any technical questions. So essentially, when we were going through the whole debate over the ARP funds and that, one of the things that was approved for us was to get some new body armor for the SWAT team. I believe those items that we've had are expired or long due and overdue, and unfortunately, we didn't really have the source of revenue to pay for that. So with the decision of the council, we were able to start looking into that. So as you know, everything right now takes forever to get done. So this is something that Sergeant Maynard's been working on for a while and finally got the numbers back within the last week or so. I happened to be on vacation, then I got sick, and so I couldn't get the information out sooner. So I was trying to get it going as soon as we can, though, just because of the downtime or lead time for the ordering. So as you can see, he's kind of broke down what we're looking at. Looks like we've gotten quotes from multiple places. We arrived on the lowest quote, which was actually through Star Uniform here in town, and then which I think he can talk a little bit further on. But the sounds like this item, or this set that we got the lowest quote for, Star Uniform, is the only dealer that's able to sell those. So that's how we arrived at requesting to go through them. And then the actual bottom number is the number that we're actually looking at, because some of the things that came with the full gear, some officers weren't interested in them, as far as I think it limits mobility and things. So he was able to take some of the things out, and we arrived at that current number of $37,212 for the body armor. And then on the next page, we have some ballistic shields, which they would use if they're making entry to, have in front of them. And same thing with those, old, long overdue, needing to be replaced. And if I'm understanding correctly, same thing, we got a price of, the lowest price of $5,629 for that. So we're trying to see if we can get both of these approved so that they can get those ordered. So if you got any technical questions or more specific, he's your guy, so.
What is that $75 that you wrote at the bottom, Mike? Is
So-
that get added onto the 37,000?
No, so I had sent over some paperwork to the clerk treasurer yesterday, this same piece of paper with a dollar amount on it, and then Sergeant informed me this morning that there was a sizing issue with one of the vests, which caused it to go up $75. So the 37,212 is the proper number. I just wrote the 75 because it was $75 more than what I had sent yesterday. But I don't think you guys actually saw that, so it really shouldn't influence anything, but that's it.
So the first page is for body armor for the SWAT team?
Yes,
Okay. And the second page is the shields?
yes,
So two separate?
yes.
Do we need two separate motions?
It's up to you, you can handle them together if you'd like to.
Just
Michelle
a
is working on a total for us.
quick question, Chief. How many, maybe in this here, how many units are we buying? 18.
And then it covers the fire department, medics also.
12 police officers and 6 tactical medics.
And the ballistic shields, how many of those?
2.
How long would you estimate that the equipment lasts? Like, how often do you have to replace it?
On the body armor the officers wear individually, that comes with a fixed expiration date of 5 years. So every 5 years, these need to be replaced, or at least the ballistic materials within the vest needs to be replaced every 5 years. Excuse me. When it comes to the shield and the hard armor that goes inside of these vests, that doesn't necessarily have an expiration date. It is really just dependent on condition. The current shields we have now are coming up on 10 or 11 years old, and they're starting to show their age and starting to deteriorate. Like I said, there is no fixed expiration date on those. It's just about how well they are cared for and how hard they're used over the years. And I said the 2 that we have are definitely getting long in the tooth.
Thank you.
And and they're probably, our team's probably deployed more often than you realize. It's a lot of times they're not necessarily always used for, a hostage situation or such, which is probably what you generally think of, but we use them a lot for those higher level warrants types situations. We assist the Porter County Narcotics Unit. Last week we assisted the Burns Harbor Police Department on a high level warrant. So, it's one of those things that you don't think about until you need it. But us there's 2 SWAT teams in the county. There's the Sheriff's Department and ours. And so a lot of times from northern area of the county things, we get the call. So, again, we're not, they're not getting it's not always out there how often they're used, but they are getting deployed several times a year. And it's one of those things that you don't want to not have it when you need it kind of thing, so.
When the council looked at this and approved the ARP funds for these purchases, we certainly realized that this body armor in particular was way overdue, and we needed to address that, so.
Yes.
I'm prepared to make a motion that we allow the police department to buy the body armor and the ballistic shields. I think the amount is $42,841.40.
That's what I got, Jamie. So I'll second that motion for the $42,841.40 to be added to the claims that we have in front of us.
So we have a motion and a second to add these two items to the claims. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thanks for letting me squeeze this in, appreciate it. The time will help us, so thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Randy, did you want to bring Crowley's bill forward too?
At the last Board of Works meeting, Crowley Engineering brought in a presentation to retrofit one of our existing buildings down at the street department for C&G. And upon that, we'd like to seek the board's approval to go out for an RFP. We need Crowley Engineering's assistance in that, in developing drawings, the specs, the engineering on those, so we could go out to public bid. So that's what we're seeking right now. The amount of that is $27,180.
Is that coming out of your bond money that you had,
Yes.
Randy, for that?
We were also going to ask the clerk treasurer's office to see how much funds are left over into the street bond, and we were going to utilize some of those funds to cover this expense.
So we have a street department bond, and he wants to take that money out of there. I think, Randy, I think there's enough money in there. I mean, we have
Yes.
enough to retrofit that building too, I believe.
The only other comment I'd like to add is legal does have the agreement, and upon their review of that legal document of entering into with Crowley Engineering, then the board would approve that, so, upon his review.
So we'll need a motion to approve with legal review.
I'll make a motion to approve the Crowley Engineering initiative for the retrofit of the building for the CNG pending Attorney Witten's approval.
I second that motion.
We have motion by Scott, seconded by Joetta. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll get the garbage trucks one day. So that brings our new total for claims to $1,012,934.87. So if there are no further questions on the claims, I will entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion, we approve the claims in the amount of $1,012,934.87.
I second that motion.
We have a motion by Jamie, seconded by Joetta. Are there any further questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Attorney Winton, do we have any major illness claims?
We do, Madam Mayor. So I've reviewed a bunch. There are 5 that I have signed off on as qualifying for MI. We have no COVID leave, although I have, in fact, had to deny a couple because they didn't have the requisite documentation. But, so I'd ask the board to approve the 5 MI that I've reviewed.
I make a motion to approve the 5 major illness claims.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion by Joetta, seconded by Scott, to approve 5 major illness claims. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Is there any other business to come before the commission? Chief Wilkening?
Yeah, Mayor, I did send, Nina must have already been gone, I sent a request for it to be on the agenda to open up our bids for the fire engine there.
So come on up. Come on up. This is very exciting.
Yeah. So we did get 2 bids.
So these are bids for a new fire.
New fire engine, yes. Yes, the first bid is from Stutfin Corporation, P.O. Box 158, Amlin, Ohio. Sutphen. right. One, Sutphen Extreme Duty, custom engine, complete and delivered for the sum of $783,517.00. The next one is from Spencer Manufacturing, 165 Veterans Boulevard, South Haven, Michigan. Make sure they tape these up enough. Holy smokes. I'll do it the firefighter way. I'll open it any way I can. Number 3, proposed price. All righty, and one Spencer Custom Pumper Rescue for the total cost of $810,921. So we request that the board table this until we're able to review the specs to see for compatibility and.
I'll make a motion that we table this until the chief and the fire department can evaluate the bids.
Yes.
I second.
Chief, I'd like to take a look at those too at some point.
Yes, most certainly.
We have motion by Jamie, seconded by Stephanie. Are there any further questions? Do you think that you will have that back to us by the next Board of Works meeting?
Oh, most definitely. We're meeting Thursday to go through everything.
Okay.
And then we'll go through all of that, and then we'll get with Attorney Witten. So by the next meeting, we should definitely have a recommendation to the board.
Okay. We have motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
See you in 2 weeks. Is there any other business to come before this board? AJ?
Madam Mayor, members, I believe in your packet of information, you will find a streetlight agreement. It just didn't make it to the agenda. This is a streetlight agreement prepared by the department, working with the developer of Cardinal Crossing. It is an agreement for 3 streetlights. The locations of those streetlights are indicated at the bottom of the streetlight agreement. It's our understanding that the developer has submitted payment to the clerk treasurer's office, is in agreement with the form of the agreement. It would be our recommendation to approve this streetlight agreement with the developer of the Cardinal Crossing subdivision for 3 streetlights.
I make a motion that we approve the street light agreement with Cardinal Crossing for the 3 street lights to be placed within that new development.
I second that motion.
We have motion by Scott, seconded by Joetta, sorry. Deb, did you guys review this too, or that just comes through you? Okay. We have a motion, a second. Is there any further discussion?
I have one question. Is the 2 years just, is it legally set at 2 years? Is that just what we've always done?
That's been the form of the agreement that the city's had for a number of years.
Are these LEDs by any chance? Or
I believe the
do
new
we require that?
I believe the new streetlights that are installed by NIPSCO are consistent with the LED standard that we agreed to some time ago when they began retrofitting lights throughout the city.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carried.
Thank you.
Is there any other business to come before the commission? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye.